Nice sunny day in Ohio. Look how open it is. Little living room, bunch of bedrooms in here, mate.
Next steps are probably going to be to get our contractor out here and get like good estimates of what we think should be done to the house.
Yo, what is up, guys? We are back with another video today. It's kind of like a lucrative day. We're with Evan. I know you guys remember him from the podcast and with his business partner. His name is Evan too. That's the funny part. But Evan and Evan, they're taking over the world. They were on the way to a property. I think they're about to onboard. Are you guys about to onboard this one?
So we're going to Blacklick right now. This property sits on a couple acres. And there's 6 acres?
3 acres. I think it's 3 acres.
3 acres. It's got a pond. It's got a main house and a mother-in-law suite. We have an out-of-state investor that we're doing pro formas on properties for, and this is the next one. We think it'll be a really good fit for like a vacation rental destination outside of Columbus.
Have they bought this one yet, or are they looking to purchase?
We've looked through numbers online, and this would be a potential purchase, and then we would convert it to short-term rental.
Okay, cool. There's a bunch of people that ask questions in my DMs and YouTube, etc. How important do you think to focus on more of these luxury properties? Would you rather take on one luxury property or, 3 smaller mid-scale properties?
Personally, yeah, I'll let you answer.
Absolutely. We'd rather take on one large property than a bunch of smaller properties. Operationally, it doesn't take any more work to manage one large luxury property than it does 5 smaller, more budget-friendly properties.
Exactly.
I would argue it's more work for those smaller properties.
Yeah, because when you have 5 smaller properties, that's 5 guests and 5 reservations at a time you're dealing with. Whereas with the bigger house, you're just dealing with one person you communicate with, one turnover for your cleaning team. It makes a lot more sense to target the larger, higher performing assets. And that's why we're targeting this for our client.
Exactly. And my take on this as well is like, in the beginning, I'll take on any properties back in like 2022, 2023. And that would just lead to properties that are either don't have good renovations, guests don't like, or it gets to the point where you're not charging a good amount per night. So you will attract all these ghetto ass people throwing parties, fucking up your listing. And also at the end of the day, driving your reviews down, they choose to extort you. You don't want to pay them the money. So that's my take on it as well. Because if you go for the luxury properties, the expensive properties, then you'll attract the more qualified people and you'll get more bang for your buck and be able to make as much money as you possibly want. Like he said, managing one nice luxury property is better than managing 3 to 5 economy properties. You're hosting 5 different guests versus one guest and one group of people. But that's some game, food for thought from Evan and John.
Yeah, he really likes this play because he'll have to put some money into it, but there's room to grow. You could build more structures on site. It's already got a hot tub. It's got area where we think you could put a game room. It's got 2 furnished floors in the main house. And then the pond is looking like something that you can swim in, maybe get little paddle boards and play around in. So we're super excited to check this one out because it feels like a destination, not just a regular Airbnb.
Yeah, there we go. You guys are about to see the short-term rental, but I hope you're getting some sort of value from this video, because at the end of the day, what would you say about the people that don't believe in themselves, they can't get into this business or can't get into entrepreneurship in general?
The first step of anything is mindset. You have to believe it in your mind first before you can act it out in real life. Whether it's through meditation, through prayer, through daily affirmations, it's really important to believe in yourself. So everybody is created equally. We all have the same opportunity in life, and it's really about starting with belief. So,
yep,
exactly.
It's all up here. It's all in your imagination. Your imagination is a preview to life's coming attractions.
Exactly. And anyone watching this video, they kind of know about me and my background, but like Evan number 2 or what, I don't know. What were you doing before getting into short-term rentals?
Absolutely. So I'm Evan Davison. I'm CEO and founder of Stupendous Stays. Before going full-time in my management business, I was a critical care nurse for 8 years, and I just got done with healthcare. So I went from healthcare to hospitality. I find that there's a lot of similarities between the 2 industries. We're taking care of patients in the hospital, but with our properties, we're taking care of the guests and really providing that good guest experience for them.
And that's basically how he turned his hospitality from nursing into hospitality into real estate. And it's like different things from different businesses or different jobs you can apply. For example, like this business taught me a lot about sales, communication. What I'm doing on YouTube right now, recording this video, a year or 2 ago, I would never be able to hop on a camera. I would never be able to communicate well. I didn't know how to talk to people, negotiate, any of these things. But the more reps you put in, then the better you're going to be at whatever you're doing. Evan, what were you doing before getting into this business?
So I was in corporate sales before I got into short-term rentals. I worked for a big company that did short-term rentals, and I was just an outside salesperson. So I learned a lot about how to work with clients to help them convert their properties into short-term rental. But that company I worked for showed me a lot of what not to do. I realized that interior design and preservation of the asset were the most important things in this business. And I left. I ended up getting my real estate license, started selling properties. And then I realized, I've got some skills in my back pocket with the short-term rentals. So I started my first short-term rental myself. I was looking at the numbers the other day. The first month I profited almost $2,000 and I was just sold. And I knew that I needed to help do that for other people. And like you said, the skills that we have in life can translate to this business. Whether you're a salesperson, whether you're more of an operator, whether you're a numbers person, or whether you just like to clean, there's areas of opportunity in this business where you can shine and you can delegate those other things to other people.
Exactly. And there we go. Delegation is the last word he left us with, which is one of the most important parts of business. In my opinion, the thing that attracted me to this business is the delegation, how you can make money putting in the least amount of time possible. Am I saying you're not going to have to do shit? No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you're going to be able to put people in place to do the things you don't want to do. For example, cleaning, maintenance, guest communication, pricing, all of these things can be automated to where your main focus can just be bringing on more deals and onboarding new people and setting up new deals, etc. But if you guys are even interested in this business or not, but whatever business you're looking into, make sure that it can be automated to some extent, because work is a passion and it's something that you need to fill your time with. Evan and Evan weren't so focused on growing the business. They could kind of sit back and relax and kind of, just collect profits. And the same thing with me, but we're so focused on growth to where, we're working every single day. But this is the type of thing that you can kind of let go, sit back and relax once you get to a point where you want to just relax in life. But honestly, once you see more money coming in, you're not going to want to relax. You're going to want to keep growing. That's the whole, that's my take on it. But right, we're at the back of the crib. The boys are locked in, just full bodies in the flesh. Nice sunny day in Ohio. Surrounded by all these new builds. No one lives here yet. But 100 likes are gonna go for a swim.
The agent here?
No.
Or owners?
No. Garage, regular, storage, standard. Keep it easy. I don't think you try to get a game room or anything in here. I think we're gonna find something cool in that barn out there. So I look forward to seeing that. But this is good that we have all this space for the two cars.
This is gonna be a flex, but
a little bit, yeah. I was thinking in here you can get a much bigger table. I don't see why we wouldn't have a table that came all the way down to here and make it like a huge dining space. Because then if you're gonna sleep 20 people here, you want to have a table. If you have a table for 20, that'd be huge. Get a different chandelier or something that's way wider here, and just, you even have room down here.
It's the vision.
Here you go, John. That's for you.
Elijah Craig. Look how open it is.
It is a little bit tight on the kitchen, but you gotta remember you do have two.
Oh, it's a basement.
Yeah, this is the. Watch your head there, though. That's definitely yeah, I would almost fully lean into the theater room style right over there. Game area.
Nice. Oh, another bedroom.
I mean, it's a good little bedroom. It's got the drop ceiling. I don't know if you could raise this ceiling up by any means. Next steps are probably going to be to get our contractor out here and get good estimates of what we think should be done to the house.
Oh, yeah.
But if we get good videos today, we might be able to get a ballpark from them. But here's what I'd like to do that. With this drop ceiling, do you think it could be raised?
I think this can.
I mean, it's not terrible. I think this would be the kids' zone,
I mean, this.
But I do think there's a lot of potential with this area. Is there a bathroom down here? I wonder if you could make this a small bathroom.
Bunch of bedrooms in here, mate. I like the cabinets. There's a whole nother part of it, which is the barn. We got a bunch of acreage here. Potential to add anything like volleyball courts. This probably can be a full basketball court right here, basically. This is the second part of the crib. Little living room.
HVAC, renovate this bathroom to just be a shower bathroom. So this maybe has 2 bedrooms?
There's a bed up here. This crib is quite unique, I must say. There's like a little dock for the pond. Back here, I guess it's supposed to be a hot tub. Oh, it's a hot tub. And all of this acreage is part of the crib, fenced in. It's pretty cool. And I think they got like a big garage in here. So this is basically a property that we're looking at for a client that might possibly want to buy it and turn it into a short-term rental. The list price, I believe, is $700,000. Comes with this, comes with the barn, comes with all the land, the pond, driveways, etc. Not sure about the furniture though. What's up, boys? I'm back to the crib now. Right now it's 11:51 p.m. I'm actually exhausted. Today just another day Ramadan, so I had to break my fast pretty late, but for some reason I was feeling just out of place today, very tired, but I wanted to get this video out and show you guys like a perspective, like looking at it to see if it qualifies for the owner, because this one will be more of like a management deal bring onto the team. But I'm gonna bring a lot more videos like this to kind of show you the process of the short-term rental business, show you like the ins and outs of it. And I just wanted to bring my boy Evan onto the video as well, because we're gonna be collaborating a lot this year in terms of like me bringing content in to flow into the business and us servicing deals together. I think we're gonna create a good partnership here. Him and his buddy Evan and Evan. I actually met the first Evan that you guys know about from the podcast. I met him like 3 or 4 years ago, and we really trust each other, and we think like we could create a good partnership here and service a lot of deals together and grow more rapidly. You know, at the end of the day, as I was thinking about it, you know, I could have a big piece of the pie of every single deal I bring in, or we can service many more deals and I have a smaller piece of the pie, which I've been really thinking about recently for my business. I think that could drive it forward, as well as me focusing more on content and, you know, deal acquisition, and they can do more of the operational side, which, you know, that's kind of the idea behind us forming like a cool partnership. And the idea is also going to be, you know, pitching this business and selling it towards venture capitalists later on. So we want to be able to sell it, and part of that, we want to be able to grow it to like 2, 3, 4 mil a year. And with that being said, you know, more heads on the team, more ideas flowing, then it's going to be very, very possible. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Guys, comment anything that you have any question towards me, or I can help answer for you and guide you on the right path in terms of your path into short-term rentals or just life in general. I got a lot of cool wisdom that I share with you guys in every video, but today is more like short-term rental focused. But with that being said, go follow my Instagram. I answer any and all DMs if like the questions are valid. But, you know, support me and I'll support you as well. Leave a comment. And if you want to learn more about the short-term rental business, I host free live masterclasses every 2 weeks or every month, depending on how many people want to opt in. But it's free. The link is going to be in the bio below for you to learn from. But with that being said, appreciate you for watching the video. As I leave you guys at the end of every single video, make sure that you pray to God. I'm out.